Alright, so from Salt and Pepper Games, we have a share and write game called Take a Seat. This plays 1 to 6 players, 8 and up, 25 minutes. Let's see what's inside. So let's get this open. We have a rule book in Spanish. We have a rule book in English. World premiere, share and write. So you have your components, your setup, how to play, end of game scoring, the objective cards, explanation, the solo mode, and the back. Alright, so my cards got a little discombobulated here. So these are identifier cards to which objectives are going to be which, and as you can see, the A objective is times 2 points. Same thing on the back. Here are those objective cards, and they have a complexity ratings of 1, 2, 3. We'll get back to those cards here in a minute. So here are those cards, and as I said, they have an explanation of each of them in the book. There we go. A variety. So again, the objective cards. Here are your solo cards. These have different backs. And then the fronts. Then how these are going to work is you're going to have the deck flip down in front of you. You're going to flip over a card. And then you are going to fill in a dot on the board you haven't used, which will make more sense when I show you everything. Starting up here, going down, until you find a dot that you can fulfill. So those are the solo cards. It comes with 6 markers, 2 of each color. In a 3-player game, you're each going to have a different color, and then once you start getting more, you're going to start doubling up colors. Here are, I believe it's the reservation boards is what they're called. These are what you'll be making marks on. You can see all that in the brief tutorial I'll do after I finish showing you this stuff. And then you have your personal theater boards. 6 of these. And as you can see, they're double-sided. They have 2 different sides. But again, 6 of those. And then we got the back of the box. Alright, so stick around for that brief tutorial. Alright, for setup, you're going to have your 4 objective identifier cards and your 4 objectives out. You're going to have 2 different color markers, one for one player, one for the other, because the third player, they have another different color. You have your personal theater board here. You have the 2 ticket ones. You are going to color in the arrows pointing towards your board on the left and the right. I'm going to set this up for a 2-player game, so the other person would color them in on their left and right. We're just going to pretend they're over there. Then, starting the first round, you're going to be using the board on your right. So then this one goes over to them on their right side. First thing you do is you get your board. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to choose either an usher action or to get points. If you look at this board closely, you'll see there's a row of usher actions. These all do something different. So what you can do is you either can choose to do one of those, which will matter in the next couple of steps, or you will just choose the points. So say I choose to take the points, I would circle it, and then I would cross that out. However, if I chose to do the special ability, I would do the opposite. I would circle a special ability and then color the other one out. After you do that, you are going to choose one of the tickets. You are going to mark off a circle in one of the tickets. You are then going to draw that shape on your theater board. For instance, let's do one of the easy ones. We're going to look at this green one right here, and we're going to fill in this spot. We are now going to look at our board over here. You are now going to draw the shape on here. Couple of things. One, the shape cannot overlap with other shapes. Two, you cannot go out of the theater. Three, one of the spots on here needs to be touching the green section on your board. Also, you typically cannot flip or rotate the shape. This special power allows you to do so. So because I filled that in theory, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. I'm still in the green, and then you just kind of outline the shape. And that's it. Then your opponent will be doing something similar. So say they fill in here, and they did this and the points. All right. So then you start the next round. That board goes to them. This board comes to you. And now you're going to look and see, all right, well, they filled one in on that one. So right now that's the shape, but if I want to draw it, I would do another dot filled in. The other thing with filling in dots, you cannot fill in a dot so as to make two shapes. So I cannot put this dot there because it sections off that one piece there. Also, you can never then do two in a row like that. But, so you're going to keep doing this, going back and forth for 14 rounds. At the end of 14 rounds, you're going to score a few different things. You're going to look at each objective and score those as such. For instance, this card here wants you to fill in a solid row, and you're going to get 3 points. However, since it's in the A spot, you're actually going to get 6 points for every row filled in. There's these little boxes. When you fill in a row, you'll just do a check mark. This would be have as much of the green section filled as you can. This is columns, and this is as much of the red section. So you're going to get your points for those. Next, you are going to look at each reservation tickets. You're going to look at them and see who has the majority of spots filled in. If you have the majority of spots, you're going to circle 2 of these. If you're tied, you'll circle 1. If you're losing, you circle none. You do that for all 4 of those. Next, you total up any points you got from the ushers on each card. Those points go here and here. Total them all up. High score wins the game. That is the quick and easy way of playing. Take a seat.